Amazon has made another Echo speaker, and this time it's the Echo Look. This one not only works with Alexa, Amazon's voice assistant, but it has a camera that's going to take a picture of you and then later on judge your outfits. This is a real thing. Amazon first announced this Echo Look back in April, but there's a catch. You actually can't buy it just yet. It's available by invitation only from Amazon on Amazon.com. So for the purpose of this review, we ordered it on eBay for a little bit more than its retail price, which is $200. So for $200, what do you actually get? This is an Alexa-enabled device, so it works with Amazon's virtual assistant, Alexa. You can shout to it from across the room, and using this 4-microphone array at the top of it, it will hear you and it will respond with certain things depending on what you ask it. But the main event is really the camera, because this is what makes it the Echo Look. There are 4 LED lights right here on the front. Those light up when you ask it to take a photo or a video of you. This right here is an RGB camera. Now it appears that that is the only camera, but we actually saw a teardown of this. And behind this panel here, there's at least one other camera, including a depth camera. And that comes into play with how the photos eventually come out, but I'll get into that in a bit. There's an on-off button on the side here. It's of course Wi-Fi connected. It has Bluetooth, but that's really only for the pairing and setup process. And it has this base here that you can unscrew and screw, and it tilts forward as you need it to as well. Also, there's a wall mount in case you wanted to mount it on your wall. So that's your hardware. How does this actually work? Well, you're supposed to put it somewhere in your room or your house where it's at shoulder level. You point it a little bit downward towards you, you stand in front of it and you say, Alexa, take a photo, or Alexa, take a video. And it takes a quick photo of you or a 6-second video. The point is that it's supposed to capture the outfit you're wearing at that moment, and then it stores it in a separate app as your daily look. And over time, of course, you just kind of build up this catalog of looks in the app. You'll notice there's this blur around the edges of the still image, which makes you and your outfit really pop into frame and then just blurs out the background behind you. This is where the depth camera comes into play, and the images come out like this by default. I kind of liked it, to be honest, but some of my photographer colleagues at the Verge saw it and said, ew. And some of you might not like it, so you can always disable that by tapping the pop button here in the app. But the real benefit of it is supposed to be, well, Amazon wants you to shop more, right? I mean, at the end of the day, that's what Amazon is all about. So you can explore similar items that will point you towards other items on Amazon.com you could possibly buy based on what you're already wearing. The more interesting feature is something called Style Check, and this is where Amazon gets judgy, basically. It's judging your outfits. You can compare 2 different outfits side by side. After about a minute, you get a response back from the app that will tell you which outfit looks better. This is done through a combination of machine learning and Amazon's own in-house fashion experts. Amazon says that it's basing the style check decisions off of color, fit, trends, and style. That's great, right? But a lot of times this stuff is subjective. So you might really like an outfit and for whatever reason, Style Check doesn't. I did start to notice a couple of patterns. For example, if I was wearing a blouse in one photo and then I put a jacket on over the blouse in another photo, it would often reject the jacket. Now that may be based on weather, because the app is also pulling in contextual information like weather, but it may also just be that bulky, less form-fitting stuff was seen as less favorable. For example, if I wore a big sweatshirt as part of a workout outfit, and then I put on sort of a tight-fitting jacket, it would generally go for the tight-fitting jacket over the big, bulky sweatshirt. I did want to see if there was any type of bias at all towards more revealing outfits, so I dug up an old tube top that I haven't legitimately worn in probably a dozen years and tried that on and compared it to a photo of me just wearing a white t-shirt, and surprisingly, Style Check went for the white t-shirt. So I guess it's time to officially retire the tube top. I also tried on other random stuff like pajamas, slogan t-shirts. I tried on a wetsuit to see if Amazon would make a recommendation for other wetsuits. I had all kinds of mixed results. It was honestly really interesting and really fun. But at the end of the day, the important thing to remember is that Amazon wants you to shop more. It wants you to buy stuff on Amazon.com. Amazon already knows what kind of toilet paper you buy, what paper towels you get, what dishwasher soap you order. It has this profile of you already. Amazon is trying to build up its fashion business, and this is another attempt to build a better profile of you as a shopper, to know exactly what kind of clothes you're already wearing and what kind of clothes you're more inclined to buy. Now, some of you may be looking at this and say, hell no, I do not want an Amazon-powered camera in my home, and that's an understandable sentiment. Any internet-connected device in your home has the potential to be vulnerable, be hacked, or just be sending data back to someone's cloud that you don't really want them to have that kind of information. Amazon says that if you've turned the look off, that the microphone and the camera are electronically disabled, so it's not capturing any information to send back to Amazon's cloud. Also, it says that if it is on and you are sending it information, that images, voice data, anything else that's being sent to the cloud is encrypted. So if you don't have privacy concerns and you don't mind Amazon having that much more data about what you're interested in buying, and at the end of the day you like the idea of an AI telling you what you should wear, then you'll probably really like the Amazon Echo look because it is kind of a nifty gadget. But I also think that what you wear is such a subjective and personal thing, and a lot of people already kind of know or have a sense of what looks good on them, what makes them feel good, what makes them happy to wear. You don't necessarily need an AI to tell you what to wear. You just sort of know. So in a lot of ways, this first version is benefiting Amazon probably more than it's benefiting you.
Alexa, take a photo.
No, I've never ever broken wind.
Broken what?
She said I've never